What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
And we need to lead a street. Listen, bro. In this
Yeah, the
instance,
street shit shouldn't even be brought up.
in this
That shit shouldn't even
instance,
be brought
it
up.
makes no sense when it goes from criticizing whether or not somebody's performance in a boxing ring is good or bad to now it's escalating to pull up on me. That's crazy. That's
Definitely
crazy.
shouldn't
I
have went
think that
there.
Mason's 100% right, flat out. And
He
just
going to
because
the street
somebody
shit
don't
was
agree with you,
unacceptable.
just because somebody don't, because it don't mean that y'all right either. Just because somebody don't agree with you, don't make you right either. Mason's right, and I said what I said.
Yeah, man. They can't be talking about no street shit just because they gave an opinion. I mean, this is sports commentary, man. Like, so if everybody who saw the fight, if Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford would have said the same thing,
Yeah,
ain't no way they talking to them like that.
yeah,
No way.
I agree.
No way. Because Shakur Stevenson ain't getting in no ring with Terrence Crawford. Period. You don't want that kind of smoke.
And see, the reason why I say respectfully for your car is because I still think that he dope. I still think that he's the one of the greatest assets for me personally. But we can respectfully still disagree about this particular take. And it don't mean that there's ever gonna be no love lost. Me and Five Brown disagree about a lot of stuff. It's me and a lot of people. It's a lot of people that be like, oh, Anton, you wrong on this. Don't do that. People disagree with the fact that I objectify news reporters and newscasters when I'm on a Millionaire Morning Show. But guess what? It's fun to me and it's entertaining. And so that's part of the allure is that I don't care if people agree or disagree with me. That's why we do. We agree and we disagree and we argue different points. That's just the way life is.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think that Mason M is absolutely correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Shakur Stevenson and Jay Prince, they should have just handled it up totally differently, man. They should have
Yep.
handled it totally differently. Because like now you're starting to get to a point where the boxing the boxing committees, they might have to look into stuff like that if you keep doing that every time. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying? Like
he'll be
threatening
fine.
people.
I think he'll be fine. I don't think nothing is gonna happen with none of it. I just think that is I just agree with Mason M. I think that once you pass 60, shit, you shouldn't be. I don't know, man. I mean, I just think that at some point we gotta you gotta outgrow some stuff, right?
Yeah, you gotta tone some shit down, man. Like
I mean, I don't even believe, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, Slimmy. I don't believe that at 60 years old you should be threatening niggas on Twitter or in the comments on
no,
Instagram. That
no,
shit
not at
is
all.
wild to me, bro.
Not at
Typing
all.
tough, that's crazy.
I mean, there's other things that a 60-year-old should just be worried about, like, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I don't,
Nah,
I
I'm not.
don't know, man.
I don't. I can't be. Uh,
Honestly,
I
Mason
don't think that
Cam,
I've
Mason
ever in my
Cam too
life.
old to be talking like that.
I don't
For
think
real,
I've ever
Mason
in my
Cam.
life threatened a nigga in the comments or on Twitter, bro, or on X. I
No,
don't
I
think
don't think
that
I have
ever
either.
in my life, ever in my life.
Yeah, I
But
don't think I have either. No. But like Mason Cam, they too old to be talking like that too. Like they shouldn't be talking about like threatening
he didn't
nobody.
say nothing. They didn't
No,
threaten
no, no. I'm
nobody.
not. No, no, no. They didn't. What I'm saying is, even they're younger than Jay Prince, and they shouldn't even be talking like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I agree. I agree.
the whole situation is blown out of proportion, man. Like it should have just been like it should have never went that far.
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson let his ego, his pride get hurt, and he just started doing too much. And somebody should have talked him down, and instead they encouraged what he was saying. That was
Yeah,
wrong. Period. Point blank. Period.
yeah, I
He should have
agree.
got checked. He should have got checked.
Quentin, do you have anything that you want to throw into this
Nope.
at
He
all?
don't care.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I just know an old 60-year-old nigga is not acting 60, and I'm nothingness about none of this rap shit. When I
Well,
saw him
this
with
ain't about rap. This is about boxing and
I, I
This ain't
don't
even
know.
about rap,
Like,
Quentin.
like, nigga, I feel like y'all niggas are speaking German to me right now.
We're not even talking about rap, Quentin.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know that, but the people and the context and the old niggas in the fight and uh,
I
y'all
mean,
lost me
logic is
when it
just
said
that,
Mace.
you know,
As
what's
soon as I saw that nigga with blue glasses, I didn't have nothing to say.
Mace is
Jesus.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Mace. I think that Mace is one of the most entertaining people that got a platform. And the fact
Yeah.
that he talked the way he talked, but he's still intelligent enough to communicate his point, that should be hilarious, bro.
If Caitlin Clark was boxing, I probably would know something about it.
Oh God,
Oh my goodness. This getting out of hand now, bro.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
this CC shit getting out of hand.
I'm
No,
just
no
kidding.
minute, no minute made tonight.
Anything else before we move over to the next thing, Slimmy? Anything you want to add into this?
Yeah, man. Like just take the constructive critic as an athlete in any sport. Take the constructive criticism, man, and don't go attacking like the journalists, man. Cam and Mace are journalists, regardless of what they, what they past was as rappers. They are journalists. You gotta respect that shit, man.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
it's
I'm gonna
Yeah,
messed
say.
up because
I think real journalists was bad to predict for.
who?
Is what?
I think real journalists would beg to differ that all these niggas that's jumping in the podcasting world are now all of a sudden journalists. I don't.
I don't think
Oh,
that.
okay.
I think that a lot of what we used to refer to as journalists were objectively boring. I think that they were
And,
shoved on us and it was pushed onto us, and we didn't necessarily care for their opinions and stuff like that. I think that the new form of journalism is just like anything. It's like any industry; it evolves, and I think that the good ones. Listen, I'll give you an example. Dwayne Wade's podcast is a piece of shit.
good lord.
I didn't even know you had one.
Exactly, it's bad. It's bad. Green. On top of that, another one. I think that Draymond Green's analysis and podcast is bad, objectively. I don't think that
Really?
I don't think that
It's that
Draymond
bad.
Green. I don't think that Dwayne Wade did some wine and talk and wine and sip. I think it's bad, and so they leverage their celebrity to get an initial boost, but it's not good. On the flip side, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn is fire.
Yes,
Carmelo Anthony's podcast is fire. It's
it
dope,
is.
right?
It
Man,
So
I
is.
saw them.
there's
Sorry.
some that's good, and I think there's some that's bad, and we gonna see who survive and who don't. Just because they got visibility, or just because they was in the NBA. Listen, I can name. I'm not gonna throw them out there because I don't want to, what I'm saying, kill everybody's platform or get free advertisement or whatever. I think that there are podcasts that are from people that you could say, oh no, that's trash. It just don't work. And just because they visible don't mean anything. So they can grab a mic. I think that everybody should try your hand at it and get embarrassed. And get embarrassed.
It's gonna
You
get.
gonna
It's
fall.
gonna get ugly.
Listen, let me pull up Dwayne Wade's shit. I'm about to pull up Dwayne Wade's podcast. Just for example.
And another thing, like I'm gonna be honest, like if you go back and you look at some of those sports journalists, some of them weren't good, man. Like honestly, you go back and you read some of those articles, they just weren't good articles. They was boring. They got a lot of words salad. And to me, it was a reflection of people who didn't really play the sport or didn't understand the sport and had a thorough knowledge of it. Just being honest about that
I'm gonna
shit.
pull up Dwayne Wade's podcast just for reference, just to show you the difference. This is Dwayne Wade's podcast. Been popping, launched it 3 weeks ago was the last video. 1,000 views on an hour and a half long low vibes versus high vibes on the wind down. This shit is trash. It's trash.
Damn.
My spiritual friendship with Jay Shetty. It's bad. It's bad. It's just bad. Nobody want to know about Dwayne Wade's dad. We don't want to know about Dwayne and Bob. We don't. He did an interview with Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, and an hour plus long interview with Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, and this motherfucker he couldn't get a blip on the radar. Nobody reacted to it. Nobody cared about it. Nobody registered with it. That's how you know it's bad.
Hmm.
On the flip side, if you go to Uh, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn.
Numbers.
That shit is fire, bro. He hitting.
Numbers.
He know how to podcast. That's a clip, a 5 minute clip.
Who is that?
This Carmelo.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He just did one with Jason Tatum. Right? They be talking about stuff that I think is relevant. He did 136,000 views when he was talking about on his clip about Bronny with the family battle. You know what I'm saying? So it be hitting. Sometimes it do 120,000 views. Sometimes it do 10,000 views. This one right
Woo.
here with Andre Iguodala, I watched this clip and it did 272,000 views. Some of them do 23,000 views. It's gonna be highs. It's gonna be lows. But in my opinion, forget the numbers. Throw the numbers out because I watch both. I watch Dwayne Wade stuff. I watch Carmelo Anthony stuff. Dwayne Wade is the more accomplished basketball player. Carmelo Anthony is much better as a podcaster. Much better as a podcaster. The thumbnails is better. The content is better. The background is better. The content is better. His ability to communicate is better. It's better. It's just better. And some people are good at some stuff and some people are not so good at some things. So they can throw their hand in there if they want to. They absolutely can throw their hand in the ring. I don't think that it's going to automatically guarantee success just because they got a big name. Hell no. I look at Amanda Seales shit. Amanda Seales shit is trash.
Damn.
Amanda Seales channels are garbage. Now she has a large following on Instagram and she got an audience that resonate with her short form content. But when it comes to long form content, it's a whole nother ball game and everybody not going to survive. And she started 2 different channels and both of the channels are garbage.
It's
They
not
garbage.
good.
And I don't care how big their name is. You still got to compete. You got to show up. You got to compete. You got to be able to capture the heart and the minds of the people. You got to evolve. And just because you got a name don't mean that it's going to resonate with the people. So when I see these people jump on these platforms, I'm cool with them. That don't mean you're going to be successful. Then they gonna fail, and a lot of them fail, and some of them be successful, and some of them is good at it. And Mason Cam just so happened to be the 2 rappers that has a good take, that played high school basketball, that knows how to meld entertainment along with the streets and what they experience as far as visibility in the public eye as rappers, and then they best friends, and the chemistry just hit. It just works. It's just good. It's not something that you got to try to put together. They work well together. It's just the facts.
Yeah.
And so we got to give credit where credit is due, and we got to hold people accountable when they don't.
That's a fact. Yeah, I don't think Dwayne Wade should have a podcast. Like, fuck no.
It's a lot of people that got a podcast that be trash, bro.
Yeah. I didn't mind Draymond so much because he was just strictly going from a basketball point of view. I liked it.
Some of his
You
stuff
know,
was
he was.
trash, bro.
I didn't. Well, I saw about like. I never watched the whole one all the way through, but the shit that I saw, it was cool. It was straight. I liked his perspective. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't too much that I seen that I didn't like from Draymond. I
And
actually
that,
didn't
and
even
you
know.
know what?
You know.
That's fair. I think that that's fair. Because your opinion and your taste um is much different than my taste, and so it's cool for you to objectively say I like his stuff. It's like music. It appeals to different people for different reasons.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's the beauty of like podcasting anyway. You know, you could get people who even think the same way. They might not like your shit. You know what I'm saying? And then this might be somebody who do.
Yeah.
That's not what it's all about. It's just about being yourself, being authentic, and like just naturally evolving. You know, over time with the podcast. But I think a lot of people they like. I don't understand why Dwayne Wade would have anything to do with Disney. Like I just don't understand that. Like
I think
where this.
Dwayne Wade is just a horrible podcaster.
I don't think people. He's not a likable person. I don't think either with what he's got going on with his kid.
I
Yeah, I think he
I
was
agree with
before
that too.
that. He was
That's
before that
part
though.
of it. Yeah, yeah.
People
Before
like
he was, but
people
now they
like
was like,
Dwayne Wade, and then it was just like, yo, what's
they're
going
like,
on,
yeah,
bro?
you're a
Like
fucking weirdo now,
tweaking.
nigga.
Yeah, they don't like that shit, man. Like
He is a weirdo. You're right. I
and
agree.
like it definitely with night about to come out with gel polish for
But
fingernails and
all
stuff.
right, so let me play devil's advocate for that then, right? Weirdo. I thought that that was supposed to be the play because you tap into a much a larger audience based off of you being a part of the alphabet community. How come it's not working?